name is Carrie Samuels, your intuitive counselor and happiness coach. And again, we are going to be focusing on healing your fear of rejection and failure. I have to say one thing, we all have this, okay? So you inside of you have within you, we all have a fear of not being good enough, or what other people will think about us. So what we're going to cover today is the energetics around it, the energetics around why you have this, and also how you can move through it. Now, this is a layered thing, right? So these fears can run very deep. They can actually run from your past lives, right? So what I'm going to share with you today is a simple exercise to continue to help you move through these fears, to continue to help you radiate more confidence, radiate more joy, so that you can be the shining star that you were born to be. So this is one layer here, but the thing is, because some of these fears have been accumulated over your life, probably over lifetimes, it's going to take a process for you to move through them. It's going to be a process for you to enable yourself to have the strength and the fortitude to build this every day. This is like exercise. If you've been not eating right, and if you've been not exercising, then when you first go to the gym, you have to start slowly, right? So what we're going to do today is give you a tool where you can build your confidence, where you can build your courage, and most importantly, where you can build your energy so that you can be successful, so you can be prosperous. Because what's most likely happening whenever this fear is triggered, whenever you have a fear of what other people are thinking of you, or not doing good enough, or not being good enough, whenever you have that fear, it triggers something in you that keeps you from sharing your gifts, that keeps you from sharing your talents. And when that happens over and over again, you hide more and more. So if you retrain yourself to be confident every time you have a fear, what we're going to do now is teach you something that's going to retrain these fears into proactive confidence, proactive acts of courage. Before we begin getting into that, I do want to see if I can, there we go. I got the right screen. My fear of technology was getting the better of me. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right place. So now I have the Zoom screen up here, so that when I do want to answer some questions later. So now I'll be able to access you. So let me introduce our Chief Happiness Officer. Jess, are you with us?
I am here. Oh, let me turn on my video. What happened?
Yeah, turn on your video. We could just see that pretty picture of you.
Hi, guys. Hey.
So this is Jess, our Chief Happiness Officer. She's going to make sure everything is running smoothly. She's going to help bring you on board when you have questions, so that your questions will be answered. I'll have time for just a few people at the end, but I want to be able to answer some questions. Again, this is a process. This is a deep layered process. So we're going to cover as much as we can in this short period of time together. But I know that these simple techniques that I'm going to share with you today are going to help you if you continue to do them. This is like a muscle that needs to be activated. And if you haven't worked your confidence muscle, your I can succeed muscle, your courage muscle, your I can do anything muscles, then you're going to need to strengthen them. So don't underestimate the simplicity, because this is a very simple yet profound process. I personally used to have debilitating fears. So I don't know how much you know of my past. I think a lot of you know that I was a psychic, or I am a psychic and intuitive, and I used to do one-on-one readings for many, many years, decades. Well, 2 decades, right? So before that, I was an actress and I was in theater, And this is the trick though. I didn't know I was an empath, and I didn't know that about picking up on other people's energy. So I was actually very talented at acting, and I was very nervous all the time. So even though I had a lot of talent for the craft, I had debilitating fears of stage fright. Part of this was because I was picking up on the energy of other people and I wasn't realizing it. And after I left theater, I am doing what I'm doing now. I discovered my psychic gifts and I nurtured them, and my guides had taught me so much about energy management, and some of it I learned the hard way. That's why I want to make it really easy for you. And so my guides taught me about energy management and about strengthening my aura, and they teach me things. So that's why I want to teach you what my guides have taught me and what I've learned from experience doing thousands of readings. Now, in these thousands of readings that I've done, much of it dealt with karmic patterns that people have brought through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So I want to explain to you the energetics of this. So when you have a fear that keeps you from fulfilling your purpose, it keeps perpetuating itself. So if you hide a little, then you're going to keep hiding more, and then you're going to keep hiding more, and that becomes this like karmic imbalance. And eventually your life will begin to show you that you need to set the balance straight. So if, for instance, if you have a gift that you know you want to share and you're exhausted and you're overworked and you're not getting enough money, that's simply the universe telling you that it's time for you to change these patterns and believe in yourself more, start charging more, start making your gifts a priority. That's what happened to me. So in theater, what happened to me too, with this like debilitating fear that I used to have, I was picking up on energy of other people. So you can imagine it's more than just like one-on-one kind of fear, or like the kind of fears we may have in our relationships where like, ooh, I don't want to say anything. This was like me picking up on energy for hundreds of people thinking, oh no, they're going to hate me. So, and I grew up with very low self-esteem, which is part of why I want to help you. And that's the way these soul gifts work. It's what is your greatest challenges often becomes your greatest gifts, right? So this is why I want to share this with you. I had to move through my own insecurities and my own fear and learn to make my empathic gifts my greatest strength, my superpower, because it is. Because having this ability to feel so deeply and to pick up on other people's energies is what makes me a really powerful and helpful healer and intuitive and guide. Yet I had to learn these from within. And so if you're experiencing that now, if you're experiencing any kind of challenges or fears, I want to remind you that the only reason you're doing that is because it's part of your soul's plan to move through that. And that becomes your greatest strength, having moved through it. And this is part of the gift that you're going to be sharing with other people, whether it's in your day-to-day life or your career or your calling. So be kind to yourself in this process. Being an empath is an incredible gift. Being a sensitive is an incredible gift. And if you're listening to this now, if you're joining me now, I know that you are one. I know, because otherwise we wouldn't be here together, right? So your sensitivity is this beautiful gift. So here's how it works. Some people have a very buoyant kind of aura, right? They're the people that you want fighting fires and being police people and that kind of thing. They're the kind of people who usually say to you, just let it roll off your back, don't worry. That doesn't work if you're like sensitive or you're an empath, because here's what happens. We have very sensitive and porous auras, right? Like our auras, we have these little feelers that are like picking up, fine tuning. like very fine-tuned auras, right? That are more sensitive, more delicate, picking up on other things, right? So we're picking up energy from other people. That's what's happening to you. That's why you feel so deeply. This is an incredible intuitive gift. You're picking up on energy from other people. Very astutely, very minutely, right? Very, very detailed. So that makes you very talented at helping people because you're emotionally sensitive. You pick up on nuances. You have a great emotional intelligence. You'll pick up on things that are like beneath the surface that other people can't perceive. What a gift, right? But here's what happens. It also makes you very vulnerable to what other people think about you and what other people feel about you. So you are going to do anything in your power to avoid feeling their criticism, to avoid feeling they're not liking you. And most likely, this has tied you in knots in some ways. This has made you not listen to your intuition in many ways, because if you want to do things that other people will like you for, it's not always what's in your heart, because your intuition will often lead you on the road less traveled. That's the fun of it, right? Because you're meant to shine in a very unique way. You're meant to share very unique gifts. And that's not going to take you on the path of everybody else. So if you're having something inside of you that wants to be shared, whether it's something that's bothering you in a conversation that needs to be had in a relationship, or something bigger in terms of your calling, you're going to be avoiding ways that you're criticized at every turn. And when you do that, it makes it hard for you to share your uniqueness, especially because what you have to share is unique. If you're looking around and you're saying, well, I haven't seen anybody else do this, or at least not in the way that I do it, so I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to feel their rejection by me standing out and being different. Not to mention, you have had many lifetimes, right? Where witches were burned at the stake, where you were persecuted for your gifts. And also, what era have we ever had a lifetime when you were your own brand? I mean, like, that didn't happen when we lived in little, European villages or tribes or whatever it was, monasteries. You were not meant to stand out and be a brand or anything like that. So it makes it very uncomfortable. That's why I want to help you today. That's why your spirit guides want to help you, because as you move through these fears of being unique, which ultimately have a root of fear of being rejected, fear of being seen, fear of failure, all that. Ultimately, it's like, what are they going to think of me? And this is where it really affects you energetically. How is it going to affect my security? Because if I take a chance and people out there don't like me, or I humiliate myself, this means I'm going to get kicked out of the tribe, because we are all, the root chakra is about tribe. It's about community. And you've had all of your lifetimes, including this one, where you're dependent on that to some extent, right? Excuse me while I take a sip of water. So that being said, how do you change it? And this is what I want to help you with today. What we're going to do is a simple exercise where you are going to retrain yourself to focus on what you are sharing, as opposed to what other people are thinking about you, or how they will react to you, or how they will respond to you. So I'm going to give you a moment now to tune into yourself and ask yourself, what am I afraid of people thinking about me? Who am I afraid is judging me? Take a moment right now. Close your eyes if you want to. Actually, I suggest it because as you're tuning in, let's tune out the outer world while we tune into ourselves. So if you're not driving, close your eyes and breathe. That's good. Want to be nice and relaxed while you're talking to yourself, right? Like, what's the pressure? You're nervous, you won't like yourself. So tune into your solar plexus and your heart chakras and truly ask yourself, who am I afraid won't like me? Who do I feel is judging me? Or who am I afraid will judge me? And how will it affect my life, my security? Probably a lot. Everybody, right? So take a moment now, open up your eyes. Here's the thing. If you feel that it's like everyone's going to be judging you, or just people out there, or people close to you, or anyone, welcome to the human race. So I do not want you beating up on yourself in any capacity because you care about what other people think. This is part of being an empath. You will never not care. Okay? So what we're going to do today is an exercise to help you retrain yourself in those moments when you're feeling that, because here is how I did it, and here's what's worked for thousands of people that I've helped do this as well. You can retrain yourself to focus on what you want to share as opposed to how people are going to respond to you. To focus on what you need to say, what you need to express, what creativity needs to be birthed from your heart. As you focus on, I need to express this and what I want to express, rather than how they are going to respond to me, as you shift that focus, your whole life will change. I know, because I've lived it. Now, you're perfectly human for having these feelings. And as an empath, you always will. And these are your gifts. And even as an empath, who does not think what people care about them? I'm telling you, if you don't care, you are a narcissist. And you don't want those people around you anyway, right? Thank God you care. You're a compassionate, beautiful soul. So it's okay. It's just, we want you to have, when I say we, I mean me, you, your spirit guides, our spirit guides, the universe wants you to move through this so that you can shine and be seen and be successful and share your gifts. So the first thing that you can do every single day is notice when you are making a decision, or when you're just thinking about anything, even when you're like getting dressed in the morning, or whatever it is, whatever it is that you're thinking, oh, people are going to think I'm this, or I wonder how they're going to react to that, or like, how is it going to affect X, Y, and Z? Notice. Because what happens then is you're bringing your mindfulness to it. That's like a meditation. That's like a daily meditation. You can say, oh, look, I'm doing that again. So what do you do when you start to recognize that you're focusing on other people? So here's what happens. Here's you in your body, totally grounded in your body, your soul, your spirit, all connected to your heart, your intuition, your higher self. You get an insight, you get an intuition, you get a feeling, you get a desire. You're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden, when you think that, you think, and how's everybody else going to respond? What you're doing then is you're jumping outside your body and you're scanning everything around you. And then you're not in your body anymore. Then you can't make decisions for yourself anymore that are for the highest good. And whatever's good for you is good for your loved ones as well. Your intuition will never steer you wrong. So their first step, and let me tell you, this is a very powerful step. that will totally change your life is to recognize when you do it. And notice if you're scanning outside yourself about how everyone else is going to react, or whether you're still inside of yourself, really intuiting what's best for you. So do this every single time. And it might happen hundreds of times a day. This is how I changed my life, okay? You notice when you're doing that, when you're thinking about, I'm not saying when you're thinking about other people because you love them and you want to like buy them the perfect gift or what you want to make for dinner or whatever. I'm talking about when you're concerned about what other people are thinking about you or how they're going to respond, including perfect strangers. Like if you do a YouTube or you're going on a Facebook Live or whatever that means. Notice when you're doing it, notice where your energy is. It's somewhere outside of yourself. And call yourself back. Say, I'm going to bring myself back into my body now. And I'm going to tune into my heart. I'm going to connect with my higher self and really take stock of what I want to share, what I want to express. You don't need to close your eyes when you're doing it. It's like a millisecond process. But maybe at first you need to do that, right? So in a moment now, I'm going to guide you through a process that's more powerful, that really changes your energy, and a visualization that you can use anytime you are wanting to feel more confident, feel more courageous, and move through this fear of rejection, move through fear of failure. Before we do that, Jess, do we have any comments or questions that I need to address?
Not at this time.
Well, I hope you're still with me.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to guide you through a very simple and powerful process to change your energy in these moments when you are feeling or noticing that you're afraid of how other people are going to respond to you or afraid of not doing well. So I'm going to give you an example here too. So, and again, this happens to everyone, except I don't know people who are total narcissists who never care about these things. I'm going to give you an example. So for instance, before I'm doing this event, there's all these thoughts that go on in my head, like, oh, first I'm always like hoping the technology works, that's another thing, visualization. but there are all these thoughts like, I hope that I can help people. I hope that they will be inspired. There's the sense that like, oh, what if I'm not helpful? What if I do this and it totally doesn't work? Then what? So of course, as a human, right, we go through these things. And this is the exercise that I do before I come on here. First of all, I remind myself that I am focusing on how I can help you. I have a very strong message that I want to share with you, and it means a lot for me to share it, which is why I start to focus on, I hope it does, but as I retrain myself, as I connect with my higher self to be a vessel to deliver this message to you, then those fears go away. Then I focus on what I want to share with you rather than how you're going to respond to me. It's a very simple shift. It's profound, and it brings you back in your body. It brings you back to your truth, and it brings you back to delivering whatever message it is that you want to share. I hope you can feel that difference. Now I'm going to walk you through another process I do energetically that has helped thousands of people that you can do too. It's very simple and it can totally change your life. So let's do this now, this simple and profound energetic exercise. So begin by closing your eyes. Now focus on your breath. And really feel your breath massage your body. Bring ease and relaxation into your body. And feel your feet connect with the earth. Notice your feet. That's going to help to ground you. You're bringing your energy down into your body. And you can imagine from the soles of your feet that you have roots that grow deep into the earth. Good. Now put yourself in a column of white light. This column of white light grounds you, protects you, transforms all lower vibrations into love. And this light is transmuting every cell of your being, raising your vibration, transmuting all of your energy into pure light. And you're still connected to the earth, very deeply connected to the earth. Good. Now, as you are in this healing column of light, ask yourself now, what is it? What circumstance are you afraid of how other people are going to react to you? Of other people judging you? Notice what comes up for you. Give yourself a moment now. It could be something small or something large. What is it in your life that you are afraid of people judging you? And if you can't come up with a specific circumstance, just come up with a general idea of people judging you, people not liking you, people rejecting you. Whatever that brings up for you, again, it could just be the concept of it. And now notice where in your body you're feeling restricted as you're bringing up that energy or that circumstance. And as you notice any tense energy or restrictions, breathe light into those areas. This column of light is like liquid that's flowing into every cell of your being. And you feel this energy releasing now. As you're bringing light into it, you're not thinking about the circumstance anymore. You're simply focusing on the light in your body. So let go of whatever that circumstance or situation was as you focus on simply breathing light, love, and healing into every cell of your being. Your whole body is filling with light, body, mind, and spirit in every cell of your being. Now feel this light gather in your solar plexus, which is right beneath your rib cage. It's a beautiful sun that radiates inside of you, your beautiful solar plexus. And with each breath, the light of your solar plexus is getting bigger, stronger, brighter, bigger, stronger, brighter. It's filling your whole aura, the light that is radiating from your solar plexus. Good. Now let this light from your solar plexus radiate brighter and brighter till it's expanding, expanding, filling up the whole room with light. Bigger, brighter, past your room to your whole home or building or wherever you are. This light now is growing bigger and brighter, bigger and brighter. It expands beyond the universe. Good. Now think again of a circumstance of where you're afraid of being rejected, you're afraid of what people think about you. And notice how it feels different as you're radiating this bright light from your aura, your confidence, your courage. Now, call in your guardian angels who are standing behind you because they've got your back. And all of your guardian angels and spirit guides, power animals surrounding you. And you're radiating so bright. Now, imagine yourself sharing whatever this is inside of you that needs to be expressed, that wants to be expressed. And you're seeing yourself, visualizing yourself, confident. You're seeing light emanating from your being. You're seeing yourself as a beautiful being of light, confident, radiant, as you are sharing what is inside of you that needs to be expressed. And if you feel any fear, simply bring light to that fear, that energy, as you radiate even brighter, brighter. You call in Archangel Michael now, the guardian of light workers. And we ask him to imbue you with the energy of absolute certainty, confidence. And feel that radiate from your being even stronger. That's beautiful. Now keep this light radiating bigger and brighter, bigger and brighter. You are invincible. Take a nice deep breath. And when you exhale, ground this energy into the earth. You are grounded to the earth. Keep breathing in this light as you inhale and slowly exhale. And whenever you are ready, you can open up your eyes. How did that feel? I'd love to hear from you. How you feel when you do this. Jess, do we have anyone that wants to, any comments or questions right now before I move on?
No, but I do want to let everybody know we have a lot of people that are watching over on Facebook, and I just want to let you know if you guys have questions at the end to ask Carrie, you will want to join us via Zoom so that we can bring you on live, and I have posted the link in there. So.
Okay, thank you. So this is something you're welcome to listen to this over and over again and continue to do this level of depth of healing. To make it very simple for you, I'll remind you to notice when you are focusing on other people, and notice when you are leaving your energy and scanning everybody else, and bring that back into yourself. And if you want to simplify this process, you draw that light from above, you radiate from your solar plexus, and you allow yourself to shine. And as you share your message, you do that brightly and confidently, so that your radiance will far outshine any fear that you have other people. And when you do that, you're going to find that opportunities abound, that you have more opportunities to fulfill your purpose, you have more opportunities to share your gifts, you have better relationships, everything in your life improves. And that's how, it's not easy because you have so many, many, many layers of this, again, probably through lifetimes. But it's important to practice it. Now, I have some resources for you that Jess is going to share in the links below. I have a whole soul healing collection that is courses and programs that help you heal some of your fears at a very deep soul level. I love you so much, and thank you so much. And I hope to see you in my inner circle. Lots of love. Bye for now.